welcome back. It's we're hanging out here. We've got a few guests on with us here, and you are going to be talking about International Overdose Awareness Day. But first, let's introduce you. You are?
I'm Sherry Robinson. My son Tyler was 23 when he passed away from an overdose due to heroin tainted with fentanyl.
I'm Jennifer Cattell. I currently have a 20-year-old daughter. She is in active addiction.
My name's Cheryl Snyder, and my daughter Lindsay died at the age of 26, December 4th last year, with fentanyl-laced cocaine overdose.
Well, I just want to take the time to say thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your stories. I know it can be very difficult, and you know, we as a community appreciate that, you know, strength that you're showing. So for International Overdose Awareness Day, that's coming up at the end of this month, actually. So what is it all about? Could you kind of inform that?
Sure, yeah. It'll be on Thursday, August 31st, from noon until 9 p.m. At Riverside Park. And we have quite a few activities that are planned throughout that day and a lot of community support behind us. And if you show up at any time flexibly through the day, you'll be able to engage in about 3 different tents. We've got one tent which will host a bunch of community services people that will be there. Naloxone training. We have another tent that will be set up for making memory flags. And I think we have a photo of the memory flags, as you can see. These ones were done in Edmonton, and it's called Flags of Hope, and they're done across Canada.
Wow.
And so we are going to encourage people that have lost loved ones or ones missing, or anybody, children even. This is a family-friendly event to come out and take part. In the third tent, we also have music and some talking circles. We have some First Nation elders and counselors coming to lead us in some respectful dialogue so we can talk about all these concerns that we've got going on in our community that are impacting us, and really trying to break down that stigma.
There is a bit of a stigma, I've definitely noticed.
Yeah, and because the opioid crisis is becoming such a big, it's just more prevalent, and the resources are really strained and stretched. We're beginning to notice a lot of our vulnerable citizens out there who may not be stable to have housing or whatnot. And yeah, it's just, this is our crisis in community that we need to come together and deal with. As community, as we call, you know, we're here to help strengthen a recovery-ready community. And one of the other activities will be by Jennifer. She's co-leading this other activity.
So we are hosting a march.
Oh, okay.
Between hours of 4 and 6 down at Riverside Park, where you join us, where the rest of the activities are to be had. We're encouraging people, if you can, wear purple. You know, the more people that are dressed in purple, the more kind of awareness that you bring forth when you walk. And we will also be offering the materials that you need to build your slogan, if you will, or your words of support.
Posters, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Hold them up there, proud.
Show them off, and yeah, absolutely. And again, it's all in support and kindness. There's no protesting. It's all in you know,
It's coming from a place of love.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so for a family who is kind of not totally, like, who is experiencing the things that you ladies have gone through, and their family member is, you know, into the substances and the abuse and stuff like that, what is some advice you can offer them?
Well, one of the first things is to reach out and begin to talk to people and ask for help, because what happens with stigma, especially in my 10 years of being a parent of a son with an opiate addiction, is you really feel that shame. And in my time before his death, we were even more kind of silent about that. Just nowadays, it's a little easier to step out and acknowledge, hey, I'm going through this too, and it happens to anyone's family, and overdose can happen to anyone's child. And it's really important for us to have that kind of conversation, whether it's young children, school age, right up until our parents who might be prescribed opioids for chronic pain. We need to be aware of these strong medications, or if there's not strong medications, it's the illicit drugs that are tainted with fentanyl out on the streets. And our young people tend to be risk takers. And that's best can be expressed by Cheryl, that, you know, how her daughter passed away.
Cheryl, are you okay with sharing your story?
Yes.
All right.
My daughter was a nurse, and so she had all the education, she had the awareness around it, but there's still the stigma that's involved with even the illicit drugs, compared to the illicit drugs, which is alcohol and nicotine, and you know, the ones that are legalized.
Legal, yeah.
So my daughter had a problem with alcohol. So when she used the cocaine, it was a lethal choice that she had used, because of knowing there could be fentanyl in there, but not aware at the point when your mind is altered.
Yes.
You still go ahead and have that trust. And she unfortunately died with a naloxone kit in her car, because she was quite aware of her friends and her community, and it was just a lethal choice that she had made. I did want to reiterate that at the park on the 31st, we will be doing naloxone teaching as well.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and so it can help. It's not a Band-Aid, you know, but it is there for somewhat of protection. So if we can get that education out there, and we can educate the public, our family, friends, your loved ones, and take away that stigma, so that they don't have to feel that shame to reach out.
And the fear, yes.
Yeah. So we'll be doing a candlelight vigil to the end of the night, and that'll be after music in the park, about 8:30.
Yeah.
So please come join us.
Oh, you bet I will definitely be there
that'd
for
be
sure.
awesome.
So for, is there a way for people to reach out to you in the upcoming couple of days before this
our
event?
event is posted on Facebook under the Kamloops International Overdose Awareness Day 2017. And also we have an email address that's posted on there.
Okay.
And yes, yeah.
All right, well, I am looking forward to this upcoming event, the International Overdose Awareness Day, August 31st, Riverside Park, and that was, you said it starts at 4 o'clock?
No, at noon,
At noon.
actually.
Oh,
We'll
look
be
at that.
hanging out with lots of community support people and lots of casual people just having fun, strumming music,
Family.
and talking.
It's a family-friendly event?
Absolutely
Yes.
family-friendly.
Yes.
Bring your children. You know, they can participate in the activities.
It's good to get that education out there and for as young.
And they're grieving too.
Of
This
course.
is affecting families with all makeup.
And never too young.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yes.
We are going to be going to a commercial break right away here, but before that, I just wanted to, you know, say thank you again for coming on and sharing your stories. It's very brave of you ladies, and, you know, you can just never know how much people like myself and our community really appreciate that. So we love
Thank you,
your
Kira.
strength and your
Thank you for
bravery.
having us.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.